It'll stay with Princeton. They're going to get the inbound pass, three-point shot up, no good. And
oh, man.
Got to say same on that one. Cody Williams and Hunter Lambert had a loss of communication, and Princeton's going to get a free go at it again. 37.3 seconds left now in the half.
Yeah, it's tough there, Tony. They both went for the ball. They knocked away from each other.
.30 seconds. Princeton's going to call for last shot here of the half.
Oh, release the dogs, huh?
He did. And that worked. Deflection out of bounds, 17 seconds. And that just gives Princeton less time now to set up the offense as they burn off a few seconds there. And so let's see how they work on the inbound pass. This is Ryan Meadows. He's going to hold it up there. 10 seconds now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.4 seconds is going to be left on the clock. Enough time for a catch and shoot. A tip. It's got to be a tip.
Well, that's what we thought last time, Tony. We've seen them catch and shoot with 0.4, so interested to see how the...
And Hunter Lambert didn't even try there. It brings the first half to a close, 30-21. Lincoln County keeping it within 10 at 9. Overcoming a slow shooting night, but having a solid effort on the defensive end. And Lincoln County continuing to try to rebound, I guess, from that big Ripley win last Tuesday. And it seems like they're shaking the cobwebs out here in the first half so far. Again, 30-21. 21 points scored in the whole first half by Lincoln County. 9 of them on 3 threes by Billy Queen. Cody Williamson had a 3, and Alex Elkins had a 3. So that's 15 of your 21 points right there. And Zach Christ had 4 of them, and Stephen Hash had the other 2. So not a lot of scoring here in the first half for either team, especially for Lincoln County.
Yeah, it's all live and die behind the arc, Tony. It's not... It's tough, because if you don't hit your shots, you look terrible. But if you hit your shots, you look great. It's such a double-edged sword.
At one point there, they were able to get this game within 4, 25-21 was your score. There was 25-25 for the longest time. And Lincoln County just, during that defensive surge they had there, just wasn't able to capitalize. But we'll see what they're a team of adjustments, John. They really have done a very good job of making adjustments in the second half. And we saw that in Ripley last week. I mean, they were down by nearly 10 or more there in the third quarter, second half. And, they ended up coming back and finishing out strong and winning. Strong defense, and they got some threes. And we'll see if they can do the same tonight.
Yeah, they have zero inside presence, Tony. I don't know that I've seen them take a shot inside the paint tonight, except on a couple putbacks by Christ and Hash.
And we saw a couple flashes of that, though, when they first came in, of Christ and Hash getting the ball down low, and it seemed like they had no problem getting down there. Chris with the nice extra pass in that one scenario,
right,
underneath the basket down here to our left. But, again, just tough first half for Lincoln County, but we're not ruling them out. Everyone knows we pull for Plumlee's boys.
Be real interesting to see. Everything, you got to think, Tony, they're only down by 9 points. It's 30-21. And almost every shot for the Princeton team has fallen. I'm going to say that they're at least shooting 60 to 70%.
Because they have had a lot of turnovers here. You're right. They haven't had many shots, but they've hit a lot of them. Good call. Yeah,
they have. And, you got to think that if you can just slow that down, cut it in half, and your team plays just as good, not even better in the second half, you'd think that you'd be in contention come the end of the game for a W.
And both teams desperately trying to go for a W. Lincoln County trying to go back up to the 500 mark. Lincoln County trying to get over that. Princeton trying to get over that 500 mark, and that'd be quite a feat for them, considering they were at 2-24 on the season last year. Not the season they were wanting. I couldn't imagine, but they look pretty good.
Yeah,
they're definitely an athletic team.
They're on the right track. I don't know what they looked like last year. Plumlee said they're a little different team, but whatever they got going on here, it works. They got at least 2 or 3 kids that can shoot the ball. That's always a big help.
They got 12 players that are playing though. They've had everybody a part of the team. Everybody that was on that roster saw action there in the first half.
What do you do with that kind of rotation? I mean, if you're Plumlee, I mean, you're down. Your guys are down, out, sick, hurt. You don't have that kind of depth. It's tough on a team to take 6, 7 players and try to run with 12.
I mean, like you said, Lincoln County, especially with all the injuries and stuff, they haven't been a deep team, but they should have been a deep team. I mean, they still run. They ran 9 players there in the first half. It's not bad. But they started out. They expected the season though to be running 12, 13. So that's a hard. I mean, at least not all the time 12, 13, but they're going to have 12, 13 seeing the floor.
Right.
But injuries and everything like that. Obviously, things have changed as the season's progressed for Plumlee, and unfortunately for him, it's readjustments every day. And like you said in that interview, he put one on the board and put diversity and adversity.
Yeah, and wanted to build a little bit of character. Going in the second half, it's where you got to dig down a little deep, Tony. Your back's against the wall. Really, the odds are against you. And you could easily say, well, we're hurt and we're sick, and let's get to the new year and everything will be different. No, Plumlee's going to put his foot in their hind end, per se, and he's going to say, look, you do it now. You don't wait to do something today, or you don't wait to do something tomorrow that you can do today.
Right.
And he's going to pull his boys together. I really look for a big second half surge out of the Lincoln County Panthers.
And I really would not want to be in that locker room.
No, if he jumped on them out here like that over the not rotating on defense.
I hate to be the dry erase marker that's going up against that board right now.
May I say Jason Kingery-esque in the locker room.
Well,
I mean, Jason's one of a kind, but Plumlee looks like he gets pretty irate too.
It's more of a controlled rage, though. I mean, you can see it in his eyes, but his body language don't really say it. He kind of locks up. His whole body is just make one little ball. Well, we love you, Coach. We appreciate everything that man has done for us at WV Sportsnet, including everybody here at Lincoln County High School and all our host schools. But since we're here at Lincoln County, we really need to give them credit where credit's due. And, again, thank you, Coach Plumlee and everybody, for helping making all this possible. We really, really, really do thank you. And, again, everybody that supported WVSN in general. But, again, that's a special one for Lincoln County, the Lincoln County Panthers, and the Pavilion Pandemonium up here.
This is the fullest this place has been. You'd like to win with all these people right here. So they can say, well, we went and saw them once and they won. Let's go see them again.
I say if it gets closer, we're gonna have ourselves a rowdy. We're gonna have a rowdy half of the bench. We may have picked the wrong side, John, to come over here on this side.
I'd like to see the students over here. I don't know if it's the student section or they're all kind of just sitting together. So I guess that makes them the student section. I'd like to see them kind of get up here in the second half.
Yeah, we got the cheerleaders down here, doing their thing. Got back flips, they're sticking the landings. It'd be nice if we can get some of these students to, not necessarily go out and do backflips, but get some student cheers going on.
Now, Tony, I would like to see some of them attempt backflips. I'm not above that. We'll put it on the air.
Yeah, can we get that on the PA system? WVSN will give a free McDonald's double cheeseburger for this first student to pull off a backflip.
Oh, wow. The next time we're here, we're liable to see that then. Somebody's going to hit you up, and they're going to say, Tony,
you know what? If somebody comes out here in front of us on this screen and yells, put the camera on me, I'm going to do a backflip.
Yep.
They can ride in my car to McDonald's after that game. Wow. I will buy them.
So not only, ladies and gentlemen, is Tony buying you a cheeseburger, he will also take you to McDonald's and bring you back.
To the high school, not to your house. Don't come with the home delivery service.
And you can't bring a family.
I saw where you were going with that one, John. You sneaky old dog, you.
You got to watch the public. They hear it, and they're going to call you out on it. So
you can't sell a salesman. Oh goodness, the double world we live.
They're pretty excited, Tony. We're going to try to have our sports show this week, which we will be shooting live for the first time.
This game is on Wednesday, and if this game is out on either Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, later on this evening on Thursday night, we will be doing the the sports show live at 10 o'clock. Is that what we're going with,
Yeah,
John?
we're going to shoot about 10 p.m. Eastern.
10 p.m. Eastern time on WVSportsNet.com. It will be our first live broadcast of any way, shape, or form tomorrow night. We're real excited about it, and we really would like you guys to tune on in. We got a whole week's worth of scores to go over, dating back to the Bob Runyon Christmas shootout last weekend. We covered the Sherman game on Monday, the Ripley-Lincoln County game Tuesday. We're going to have video highlights, hopefully. But more importantly, is bringing access to high school sports in southern West Virginia. Much needed. The season's shaping out to be a great season. We got some good stories developing. The man high school hillbillies. We don't cover them per se so much, but they're in the region. They're 3-4-0 now. Actually, they won again the other night, and they beat Mount View, and they're just running over teams. And that's just a nice surprise story. And on the opposite side, Chapmanville started out 0-4, but then took out their aggression last Tuesday, 0-3, and then until they took out their aggression on Sherman. The Sherman Tide and Chris Duncan and his squad there last Tuesday. Which we'll touch a little bit on that on the sports show. We won't
We'll give
go
you the
there
whole
tonight.
rundown of the whole, back, like you said, until the Bob Runyon Memorial Tournament up until, present day. We're going to give you all the scores, points, our insight. That'll come to you live on WVSportsNet.com.
And as you heard, the second half buzzer just sounded. We're about to be getting underway here to get this second half rolling. And hopefully the Panthers are rolling. They continue to roll on defense, and we'll see if they can step it up a little bit here on the offensive end and get a little run. It went on, I don't even know if you really want to call that a 6-0 run. It was a 6-0 swing, but it was a 6-0 swing over 3 minutes. But we'll see here. Let's see if they get in their 3-4 minute shutout in the third or fourth quarter. Or combined, that would work for the Princeton Tigers, and Lincoln County can bury some jump shots or threes or layups, whatever Coach Plumley's team is willing to put in the basket. They crawl back in this one. They're still in it. I should rephrase that a little bit. 30-21. I'm acting like the Panthers are down and out for the count, black and bloodied.
They are bloody, Tony. We will make that point. They have been bloody tonight.
Yeah. It took me a minute to catch on there. Zach Christ going down low. Now, number 5, Trey Hopkins with the rebound for Princeton. Gets it over to number 2, Ryan Meadows. Over in the corner to Mills, and he took 2 side steps before he set his pivot foot. And I don't know.
We've seen it happen for both teams tonight. Just players just trying to run without the ball.
Right. I'm sure they make that same call in Mercer County.
Should, anyway.
I don't know. They haven't made the pleasant trip yet. Hunter Lambert up top of the key. Going to go over to the right. Cody Williamson, he's going to be open for 3. He'll fire it up front rim, no good. Hunter Lambert with the rebound.
Nice
Zach
pass.
Christ, nice look by John said to Zach Christ.
He baited everybody to him, Tony. He got the ball off that skirmish, off the rebound. Sucked everybody to him. Chris bounce pass. Chris up for the layup.
And 30-23, 6:46 in the third quarter. And a nice double screen there for number 15 as he turned around and he had the big man, Trey Hopkins, underneath setting a screen for him. And he'll get the basket, Jordan Harris. He now has 4 and 32-23. Back to a 9-point game, 6:28 and counting. Hunter Lambert, Cody Williamson, Billy Queen. They're going to give him with the traveling. And Coach Plumley agreed with the ref on that one. You don't see that every day.
Well, you got to agree with him some, I guess. That way you can plead your case later. Just keep telling them you're seeing the same thing.
And number 24, Nick Branson, getting his second 3 up. So now Hunter Lambert's going to go to the paint and going to say on the floor, maybe.
Yep, blocking foul.